Hello Cancer and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess. This is your weekly love reading. Now when I say weekly love reading, it's really a connection. It could be a connection with anybody. It can be friend, lover, workmate. Doesn't have to necessarily be romantic love. It could be a pet, someone deceased. But yeah, it's a connection nonetheless. So this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. They are not time specific. And for all my readings, if you want to skip the intro and shuffling, then there will be a timestamp in the description box below. So let's get stuck into it, Cancer. Let's get stuck into it and see what do we have for Cancer. Just give me 1 second. I just want to tune in. Okay, great. What can we get for Cancer for today? Yep, we have fish. And we have, which is beautiful water energy. And we have deer. I was seeing deer before and thinking that would be such a nice card for you guys. Because deer reminds me, it is like the Cancer card of this deck. It's just a beautiful, nurturing energy. It's really beautiful heart. It's a card from the heart. So here we have two animal spirit cards, and one represents you and one represents the other person. So the deer is presenting from the element of earth energy, and the fish is presenting from the element of water. This doesn't mean they're water signs or earth signs. It just means it's talking about that energy at the moment. I really feel like, Cancer, that you're the deer. I feel like you're the deer, and what it is that you're seeing somebody struggling here. Someone struggling to lift themselves out of some pretty negative emotions. But they're I'm just getting the word courage, very courageous. It's like they understand, they've got a high level of awareness, this person. They understand it's a struggle, and they understand that they don't want to go down into those depths of emotions. But so they're trying really, really, really hard. And I just get this sense of admiration for you to see someone try and get themselves out of a situation or a habit or a pattern that they normally fall into. They're just trying really hard to get themselves on track, to be in a good emotional state. And, you know, the carp in this representing your person, and you can also reverse the placements, as you know. They're swimming upstream. They feel like they're swimming against the tide. They feel like they're just pushing and pushing and pushing and struggling. It's not easy, but they're making headway. They're getting there, but it's not the easiest path, Cancer, to go down. So I feel like, you know, this deer energy, which I feel like is you, it's a real, for me, this is the doe-eyed deer. Sometimes, you know, usually this is the in love or really love somebody card. It is, I'm not getting so much the in love energy of this, but for some of you that could be the case. But this is a real beautiful, it's just the pure heart, pure love energy that I'm getting emanating from you, or, you know, from one of you in this situation. I do feel like it's you, Cancer. So it's really, really beautiful energy coming through. This fish really needs to be, I mean, your person or the connection really needs to be around that energy of pure love, pure heart chakra energy just emanating out of you. So there's this real sort of unconditional pure love coming through that, and I feel like this is the string that's pulling the fish up, that's helping the fish rise up, helping your person, sorry, I should stop calling it fish because that's confusing, but your person rise up out of that tough situation or that tough place that they don't want to be in. So, yeah, and it might be, I just think they know that something's trying to draw them down into some pretty negative emotions, and they know that's not a good place for them. So they're trying their hardest not to slip back into that. And, you know, whatever that could be, but they just don't want to slip back into a feeling of darkness and feeling overwhelmed. So let's pull some cards to clarify Let's pull some cards to clarify for you, Cancer. What cards do we have for Cancer? Okay. All right. For them, we have the Five of Cups, the World, and the Three of Cups. And for you, okay, the cards are jumping today, which is nice. For you, we have the Two of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. So let's start with you, shall we, Cancer? Let's start with you. Oh, if I can hold the cards, sorry. So what I'm getting with these cards, the Eight of Cups, I have to hold them like this, sorry, Cancer. The Eight of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. You know, you've got two twos here and an eight in a situation. Eight in the center, which is turning your back from a situation or an energy within a partnership. So this is definitely around a partnership with somebody with these two twos happening. I feel like in the past, and this could actually be actually feels like it could be a totally different energy. It could be a totally different connection that we're talking about here. But I feel like this is a connection that you've turned your back on and you've learnt a lot from the past about it, because it also could mean that you have a past connection that you are still connected to. Like it might be an ex, or divorce, someone you've divorced, but you know, you've got children with, so you're still connected to them somehow, that you're still juggling energies back and forth between them. So, but either way, you're able to, the thing that I've worked out is that this energy here, you've worked out how to, you've been through something here, Cancer, with this. You know, this is juggling a bad relationship or connection in the past. It wasn't working for you. It was draining your energy. You made the decision to let it go, whatever it was. And like I said, this could be a person, a connection, but it could be an energy. So what you've stepped into now is this Two of Wands energy, which is forward looking. It's no longer dwelling on that past. It's like you've learnt your lesson. You've left something behind, but you've got something, you realize what it is that you've taken and gotten out of the situation, what you've learned, what you've gained out of that situation. So you're a lot more discerning now. So you know what to take and you know what to leave. And you've grown. You've grown emotionally, spiritually, and as a person, you've grown. And so you know how to deal with that conflicting energy, that energy that takes from you and drains you and all that sort of stuff, because you've been able to say goodbye to it. You've said goodbye to it. So this could even be saying goodbye to a really negative attitude. I mean, not attitude, but belief system. Maybe you've given up a habit in the past, something like that. But you've been able to put that behind you and move on. And so that's why I think that you are so helpful for this other person, the fish energy that we're talking about, your connection. And because you understand what it's like, how hard it is to give up something like that, to be able to walk away from either a bad situation or a person. Or when I'm saying an energy, it could just be saying, I'm not going to be attached to, I just don't want to be angry anymore. So I'm going to let that go. I'm going to find the reason why I'm angry with this situation or person, and I don't want to engage with it. I don't need that energy anymore. So it could be something like that as well. It's just removing yourself from some negative energy or aspect. So that's why you understand how hard it is, but also how liberating it is when you can finally do it. And that's why I'm getting this beautiful deer energy. You're really admiring the person that you're dealing with here because you understand the struggle. So for them, there has been some kind of disappointment or loss that has happened. And this could actually be around I mean, a cycle has completed for them with that World card, and it was around that Three of Cups energy. So it could be around family. It could be a loss of someone in their family. It could be around a loss of a group connection here. It could be a third-party situation that we're dealing with here. But it was a situation that once was happy and now is not. They brought a lot of joy and celebration and happiness, and it just ended. That's over now. And so there's this sense of loss. And I mean, this could even just be social isolation as well, but there's definitely a sense that something that brought a lot of happiness is now gone. And now there's this sense of a real sense of loss and sadness. There's a lot of sadness in this person because they do realize what it is that they've lost. So, yeah. Let's pull out a card for your connection, Cancer. Let's pull out a card. Oh, I feel like this is the right one for you. Illumination. Beautiful. A 2. So, I mean, this is such a strong partnership. I feel like you guys, the two of you, you're so closely connected. The fact that you've got a 2, you've got 2 2s. It's a very strong connection that you have. And it feels like you're doing this merry dance where you may sometimes... It's like your souls are just basic, or spirit, whatever you want to call it, is just kind of bringing you together constantly. So you might have this person, it's like you've both got soul contracts together in this lifetime. So this person, you know, they might leave your life or travel or be somewhere far away. There might be distance, but they'll always come back to you because it just feels like you're meant to travel this lifetime together for whatever reason. I'm just getting this. So illumination, you know, this is kind of saying, again, we had the World card and we have the Moon here, saying there are cycles. This is a cycle and it too shall pass. And I feel like it's actually very healing in this amazing period of growth for this person because they are being illuminated by what's happened and what's happened in the past and what's happening with them now and how they're growing. They're not shirking they're not trying to avoid this energy. They're actually embracing it and learning from it and growing from it. So it's really positive. Beautiful. Let's get a card from the angels for you. What can we get for Cancer? What can we get for Cancer from the angels? What do you want to say? I almost wanted to say something. What do you want to say to Cancer about this connection, angels? Improving health. So, I mean, that's really good. That's really good news. So if this is around a health-related issue, which we did get that at the start, this could be something to do with, I mean, it could be addiction. It could be just some sort of bad health pattern or whatever it is. If it's just stress and a bit of depression and anxiety, whatever it could be, it might have had an impact on your person's health. And I feel like this is a really positive sign that things are going to start getting better, especially on a physical level. So beautiful. That's really good. So let's pick some cards for the outcome for this energy as it stands, as is, Cancer. And as we said, I say is that, you know, connections and the energies between the connections, they fluctuate and change all the time. I feel like with this connection, this is like such a solid connection that the thing that will fluctuate is how your person is feeling, not so much the quality of the connection between you two. I think that's solid and stable. And as we're saying this, we get the Tower card because this is about what they're feeling. I feel like this has got a lot to do with that. We have the Page of Swords and one more for Cancer for the outcome. One more. Oh, beautiful. The Star card and the Tower card. There is hope from a very, very dark and tumultuous and destabilizing situation here. Gathering, there's potentially more information. They're gathering information here. And I feel like that's going to be very helpful. They're gathering their thoughts, gathering information that you might be giving them some pretty good you might be helping them with this, or giving them some good advice. But they're able to put this tower situation where everything just suddenly changed to rest, and they're moving away from that energy into that beautiful star energy. And so there's replenishment, there's improving health, there's wishes coming true, there's connecting into the divine, maybe reconnecting to their faith, whatever that may be. So it's really, really beautiful energy. And I feel like what you're doing is you're observing this. You're kind of the observer, but also there, like you're just there. You know how sometimes you just want people to be there. You want someone to be there. You don't have to speak. You don't have to even be doing anything. You're just there for that person. And that is enough, and that's more than enough, and that's exactly what they want and need. So it's really, really beautiful. And my rooster George agrees. So I hope that makes sense, Cancer. If you'd like to hear more, please like, subscribe, or leave a comment, and take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.